Hello, this is Justin from the Dada Mail project, and today we are going to upgrade Dada Mail. Just from reference, I'm going to update Dada Mail version 4.5.0 to Dada Mail 4.6.0. The interesting thing about an upgrade is it's pretty much the same as an installation of Dada Mail. So if you ever install Dada Mail using the Dada Mail installer, you can probably do an upgrade as well. So let's get started. Just like installation, the first thing we have to do is download Dada Mail, the distribution, and the uncompressed underscore.cgi script. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just at the Dada Mail support site. And for the uncompressed underscore data.cgi script, you want to right click and select save link as, and just save it. Great. Now you want to open up your FTP program and connect to your hosting account via FTP. And you need to go to our CGI-bin. My CGI-bin is in my public underscore HTML directory. There it is. And if you installed Dada Mail before here, you'll have a directory called Dada. We simply just need to get this out of the way. So I'm going to select it, and I'm going to rename the file, or I'm sorry, the directory, dada-4_5_0, just so I know that this used to be, this is where Dada Mail version 4.5.0 is. Great, once I'm done with that, I'll go to where I download those two files, and I'll select them and upload them to my hosting account. Once those two files are uploaded, I want to change the permissions of the uncompressed underscore data.cgi file to 755. Great, and then I just again have to visit the uncompressed underscore data.cgi file in my browser. So I'm going to go to data demo /cgi-bin /uncompressed data.cgi. Great, and then I'm going to click that install and configure Dada Mail link again. Great. Sometimes when you visit the installer, you'll get a warning on top saying that the installer has discovered an already existing installation of Dada Mail. Well, this is okay because we're actually upgrading that previous installation. One thing it does let you do is view the current configuration file, which is great. And this is it right here. We might need some of the information in this configuration file to finish up our upgrade. Now I'm going to go back to the installer. And basically, just like before, when we did installation, we just have to fill this stuff out. So for the data files directory location, I'll just let it do the auto. Dada Mail URL looks good. For the Dada Mail root password, well, I'll just do it the same way I did before. For the MySQL, you just have to put in the database username and password again. If you don't remember that, that's what the link to see your former config file is for. Now, if I go all the way down to where it says SQL params, you can see where the database is stored, the username, and the password. So all I have to do is copy that information again. So there's my database name. I'll go back to the installer, pop it in, go back to username, great, pop that in, and go to the password, pop that in, great. And then in the plugins and extensions, well, this is kind of new because version 4.5.0 didn't have this option, so I can actually kind of go wild and install any, I'm going to skip those, any of them when I want. It's cool. So I'm going to just click configure. Okay, so once you do that, it might give you another error that says it found the data files directory location and gives you two options. The first option is to use the existing directory structure, but create a new configuration file using the configuration below, what we just filled out. And then it will back up the former configuration file. The second option is to use the existing directory structure and configuration file. So if you select this, the configuration we just did will go away because it will use the exact same one as the previous version. Now, which one do you choose? My suggestion, if you can, is to use the first option, which is to create a new configuration file. But if you've heavily customized Dada Mail using the outside config file, you might want to use the second option. Now, the other thing you can do is use the first option and manually copy and paste over your customizations to the new Dada config file. it's really your choice, but we're going to go for the first option in my demonstration. So go through the configuration again, and the installer has also found that the database I selected and put in the username and password for already exists. Again, this is great because it's kind of a confirmation that I put the information correctly in. Okay, so once I check those two options, I can just go down to configure Dada Mail. The installer will do its job, and it's all set. Again, you can twiddle this to see the detail of what it just did, and click the yellow button to move the installer and disable it, and then click the green button to start working with Dada Mail. Hopefully when you do that, you'll see that your former lists are still there, and if you want, you can log into them, and everything should work as before. Remember when I just did the configuration, I installed all those plugin extensions, and they're all located right here. So if I want to check out my screen cache plugin, I can. So this concludes how to upgrade Dada Mail from a previous version. We upgrade from version 4.5.0 to 4.6.0. Thanks for watching the screencast.